Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffee and Conversation with Kristen. So today I wanted to talk about a really hot topic in the market, and that is contingencies, especially when you're buying a home right now. If you have put in any offers, you understand this. If you haven't, it's important to understand this. So there's a couple things I really wanted to talk about today. Contingencies in offer to purchase are your appraisal contingency, financing contingency, maybe you have a home sale contingency, an inspection contingency, yada, yada, yada. There's a lot of different things that you can make your offer contingent upon, or you can waive those contingencies. Now, when you waive those contingencies, you're basically saying that regardless of the outcome, you're going to accept the property. So one of the biggest things we're dealing with right now is the appraisal contingency, okay? Appraisal contingency and appraisal gaps. Here's where it's really important for you, the consumer. One, I can't express enough right now how important it is for you to work with a licensed real estate agent. For sale by owners, I'm seeing some offers, you guys, and they are not looking out for you as the buyer. A lot of people don't understand that these are actual legal contracts. So you have to be very careful in protecting yourself. Now, when you're working with a licensed real estate agent, make sure you're working with one that has your back, one that's going to explain things to you, tell you what the ramifications of these things are, and really protect you so that if something happens, you can get out. But here's the deal, right? When we write offers, we write them with every good faith in going to the closing table. When I offer a pre-approval letter, it is in my good faith that I've done my due diligence to make sure I've checked your credit, checked your income, checked your assets, so that way I know when my pre-approval letter is hitting a desk, it is going to the closing table, okay? Offers are the same thing. As a buyer, you're putting your best foot forward. Now, on appraisals and appraisal gaps, as we were talking about, one of the most misunderstood things right now is that if the appraisal, let's say you put an offer in for $200,000, okay, and the list price was $190,000, there was a $10,000 appraisal gap if that appraisal did not come in at the $200,000, but it came in at the list price of $190,000. If you waive the appraisal, you're basically letting the seller know that you've got that $10,000 to cover that difference, okay? Sometimes buyers who don't understand that then think that they can go back to the table and renegotiate. Not all sellers are willing to renegotiate at that point. Some are not. You have to be prepared, though, that if you're waiving that appraisal, regardless of if your lender needs an appraisal or not, that could be you, and your ramification could be to make up that $10,000. Now, should you be putting in an offer for $10,000 over ask price, waiving the appraisal if you don't have one, any means, or two, any interest of coming in with that $10,000? Probably not. But these are discussions that I really think you need to have with your real estate agent to make sure that either A, they've checked the comps and they feel comfortable with it, B, you know and understand that you could be liable for that $10,000 to come in with. Now, the other question is, can I waive an appraisal even if my lender needs an appraisal? And the answer is technically yes. That's your decision as a buyer. That's why, again, I'm going to divert back to the fact that you really need to be having these conversations with your real estate agent. The other thing I'm telling my buyers is please call me, and house to house, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're on house number 10. I will have all 10 conversations with you on every individual house to make sure you know what your potential is for getting this deal to the closing table. How much money may you need? Will you need it? Will you not? But let's have that conversation. I want to be a team and a partner with you and your real estate agent to make sure we're working together, to make sure you're getting your home and that you're closing, and that when we're closing, regardless of the outcome of the appraisal, you are aware and you are prepared for it. Unfortunately, I have seen some deals that have fallen apart due to the buyer not being aware of that appraisal gap and then waiving the appraisal and not understanding that it was up to them to possibly make up that difference. So again, please, if you need a referral to a great real estate agent, I am happy to help you. Make sure you're in the right hands and make sure that that education is there. Remember, these are legal documents. This isn't a document that you can just say, hey, I don't have the money, so I'm just going to cancel it. You've put your contract. You've signed your contract. You have good faith in making that come to the table. So make sure you're discussing with your agent the earnest money option, whether you can or cannot get that back. Okay. Again, you're putting money on the line, again, in good faith of making sure you get this closing and this offer to the table, closing table, that is. Again, here to help. There's a lot of different scenarios right now. Just make sure you're going over every contingency and or every waiver of a contingency with your agent before you make an offer. I wish you all the best of luck out there. I know it's tough. I'm here for you. We are also offering pre-commitment letters. So if you're on offer, let's say number 10, 5, 2, it doesn't matter, and you're just frustrated and you want to stay a step ahead of everyone, we are actually pre-underwriting and underwriting our pre-approval letters so that way our clients have a step forward. Please give me a call if you're interested in all in that, and I'd be glad to help. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Bye-bye.